This episode is brought to you by superherostuff.com. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 2 of In the Comics Dead Edition. We're doing our review of episode 2 of Fear the Walking Dead. It's titled So Close Yet So Far. What'd you think of this episode?
Well, to be honest, good but not great. I think a little step back. Wasn't as engaging, I felt like, as the pilot.
Totally agree.
I felt like a lot of what happened could have been done in the first 2 commercial breaks,
Right.
And moved on a little faster. But the acting is still superb. So overall impressions, that's what I initially thought.
Yeah, I was a little surprised, honestly, because I expected coming out of last episode that now it's going to kick high gear all the way through. And like you, I do feel like it took a step back. Was still going through the motions of setting everything up, them still coming to the terms with people dying and what's happening type of thing. But it seemed like it would go a lot faster, especially with Chris, Travis's son, son, getting involved with the homeless man who was shot at the protest. I thought that was going to turn to something. It did turn into something big, but it took a while, and you were still focused just on the family escaping the mob mentality, which I thought they were showing at least a little bit more of like the chaos happening outside. They showed a little bit, but not too much of it. So to recap from episode 1, again, Travis and Madison and Nick are now, well, at least the parents believe Nick as far as like something weird's happening. So that's why I thought it would kind of take off from there. They did the murder of the drug dealing buddy type of thing. And this episode, we got Matt, who is Alicia's boyfriend. Finally figure out what happened to him. I thought when she walked to the room, he'd be eating somebody. That's what I thought.
I thought too.
You know, that'd be kind of, let's go right into it. He's already dead. He's already munched on somebody's face.
Right.
She gets the information. She freaks out. But, you know, to have him just be sick and coughing and get the, parents come in and, it's still the, I'm going to stay with him. I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to leave. And parents are like, we have to leave. We have to leave. Type of thing. I don't know. That just dragged a lot for me. And
yeah, but do they know? The only point I would get out of that maybe is they obviously know now that a bite causes something, right? It may cause it, but the problem is again, what I think kind of slowed it down was a little bit. They got the information that a bite does something, but they don't know what. They don't know if he's going to turn into the same.
You don't have to be bit to die.
Correct.
It's still the whole premise of you die, you come back, regardless of how you die.
But that's the thing. Are they starting to think now that, what was the drug dealer's names? I can't remember it. But, from the first episode.
I don't know. He's dead.
Are they starting to think now that, he must have been bitten? Because he wasn't.
Right.
He was shot.
Right. Exactly.
And died.
Right. Nick.
So, unless they're really putting it together, they know that if you die, you do this. If you get bitten, does it happen again? They haven't seen it yet because, again, when she walks in the school and sees the principal, he's already like that. Was he bitten? Or, there's still a lot of information that they still got to get.
Oh, that was a little hokey for me because remember the first episode when she comes walking in and he's listening in on the classrooms?
Yeah.
They made it seem like this big suspense and that he was going to turn around and he's going to be a zombie. And then this time when she sees him lumbering around, she's like, Art, what's going on? Can we help you? And he comes walking in. And the thing is, she's seen all this stuff and he's coming at her as a zombie and she's still like, you can come, do you know who I am? Anyway, she's trying to rationalize everything still. And it's not until she's attacked or he attacks Tobias and he tries to stab him and everything where she actually gets involved. But I'm still,
I think the hard part though, as a Walking Dead fan though, you still have to look at it. You really have to look at it that the fact that they have no idea.
It's true. It's true.
No idea about this.
That's true.
We have all this material. We have the whole 5 seasons of The Walking Dead. We know what happens to everybody. It's so hard, and I find myself doing it too. It's so hard to really take education out of your mind.
It's hard, yes, it is.
Because again, she's never seen somebody turn. She had one person attack her.
Right.
Maybe it doesn't happen to everybody. That's the only thing I can think that. But still, with that said, it still took a lot of time
Yeah.
for this to develop as far as just the story. Now, whether or not they find out the information, that can come along, but moving the story along was a little slow.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm like you. I have a belief that we have all this information for us as readers and fans, and we know all this stuff. So for the noobs out there, people who are just getting into it, I'm sure they're still like, oh, it's happening. They're still in that mindset, which is fine. But I think expectations.
But still a lot of positive reaction from this, even though.
Rating slipped a little bit, but still 8.2 or 8 point something million viewers. That's still a lot for a cable show. So that's not. They're not slipping dramatically. I think they had some sort of competition on Sunday night for whatever reason this week, but they're still doing well. And another thing that kind of dragged for me too is the part with Alicia and staying with Nick, and Nick going through withdrawals, and the mom going to get the drugs to help him get through his withdrawals. But it still seems like she's, again, the Alicia's still very much in denial. She wants to go see Matt. She wants to leave. She wants to do this kind of stuff. So, it just seems like that whole relationship. I mean, she's taking care of him. She'll sacrifice all this, but it just seemed very. There's still a lot of setup going on. So I just hope that it moves along a lot. Like it just explodes. And again, too, you get 6 episodes.
That's it.
That's it. You got to get on with it, type of thing. Because if season 2 comes out, which I think it's been. Season 2's already coming.
I think they're doing 15 episodes.
All right. Well, that said, let's go to our viewer question.
But before that, we're going to talk about our little promo that's going on this month of September. Go to superherostuff.com. All the great T-shirts in there. I'm actually going to buy some Walking Dead T-shirts. Hopefully, we can get them in before the show.
Yep.
But go to superherostuff.com. Use the promo code 2114. It's right there on the screen.
Is it here?
Spelled out 21 with the number 14. You get 14% off your order all month long of September. Go use that promo code. Get all the Walking Dead, all the comic book geek stuff that you can right there at superherostuff.com.
Yeah, we're big time now. We got promo codes. All right, so viewer question was, why didn't the mom, Madison, tell her daughter what was happening, or at least give her some sort of information to say, don't go outside? Because it was still a daughter saying, I got to go, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to go to Matt, I got to do that. And mom should have said, don't go outside, someone's going to eat your face. Okay, I don't know why it's happening, but someone's going to kill you. You could die. That's, the whole party next door. She finally sees it at the end being attacked. But why do you think that it's still, Madison is not just coming clean? I mean, she saw somebody be killed, hit by a truck, and still moving and still getting up. So, with that kind of information, I think you'd want to at least tell your kids that if they wanted to go outside.
I don't know how you're going to answer, but I think the only thing I can think of is she's still kind of in shock or denial that this is really happening. I mean, again, this is religious, in ways, it's life changing. It's just a lifestyle, a thing that is unimaginable. How do you tell your kid that there's people out there eating? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if that's the way they're going for it. I don't know. That's the only explanation I can think of, is that she just is so in denial of that this is actually real. That okay, they're just gonna come in and clean this up and everything's gonna be fine. I won't even have to tell her about all this stuff that's happening because she's gonna be sheltered from it. The CDC is gonna come in, government's gonna come in and take care of. So I don't know. Maybe that was the road that she's trying to go down. But yeah, the fact that I don't know, I would have said something.
Right.
As a parent,
I know why they're doing it from a storytelling standpoint, more tension, more just But I think from a reasoning standpoint, you're right. She's in still denial, shock, because it's spoken between her and Tobias when they're at the school. He wants his knife back, and she's like, "Oh, don't worry. You can come stay with us because you can stay with us till they figure this out." He's like, "Is it? It's over.
Yeah.
There's no comeback from this. This is forever." So he knows it. She doesn't, and she's still. I would be too, but they're going to fix this. You get want them to fix it. So she's still in shock. I get that.
I think so. I think so.
I still would have been like, "Hey, don't go outside. Your neighbor's going to rip your face off."
I'll tell you one thing I didn't really like is the whole Chris, his son, all of a sudden trying to be a part of cause because he just happened to stumble upon.
Yeah.
That was a little weird. But,
that's a little
stretch.
Yeah.
But
All right, so
Anyway.
Rating. Would you give this one?
I would.
Out of
I
5.
actually gave the pilot a
did
4.
5 last week? Yeah, 5.
Yeah, I gave
Right.
a pilot 4 out of 5. I'm gonna actually drop down. Probably give this a 3 out of 5. It was good acting. I really like Travis' character. I really like Dad. I think he's really trying to take hold of protecting the family and stuff like that. Very Rick, centric. So,
Yes.
but again, pacing and story. I hope the third one comes out with a bang. I dropped this down a little bit.
I'll give it the same. I know it was like 3.5 last week. I'll just go down to 3 because it was still good. It was still good. It was decent. I mean, but I was kind of coming out of it like at least with episode 1. At the end, you were like, all right, here we go. This one, I was kind of like, what are we doing? Okay,
Yeah.
it's gonna keep going, but I don't know. I just kind of left hanging a little bit.
But you did notice one thing, that since these are newly fresh zombies, it's harder to crush their skulls.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like you
Nobody's
gotta take
riding
the
as
fire
much.
hydrant 5 times to the head
Right,
versus
exactly.
just once.
Exactly. That's very true. That's very true.
So it is a little different, harder to kill these guys.
But the cops are getting good headshots because remember the chick, the punk rocker chick, she was
Yeah.
walking, like one shot here, boom, right in the eye,
Blasted.
done.
Yeah,
I don't know.
done.
Well, we'll see. I think they would still try to shoot here, not headshots necessarily.
I think so.
Maybe they know. Maybe the cops understand more. There was the cop who was loaded up on water at the gas station that Dad saw. So maybe he's got a little more information than most people.
Absolutely.
All right, so there you go. There's our review of episode 2. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Remember, go to superherostuff.com and use that promo code because you're going to help us and help the whole Twin One Network family. So we appreciate you
Get
watching.
14% off.
Exactly. Get something cool.
Yeah.
All through September, so do that.
All through September.
And all right, so next week, episode 3. I don't remember what it's called, but
No, next week is off.
oh yeah, actually not until
2
the
weeks.
13th.
Yes.
13th. Yeah. We're already doing 2 weeks off.
I don't know why they're doing that, but they're doing it. So, new episode September 13th.
You know why? Because Sunday is the first day of football season.
Well, that's true, and that is true. That's probably why it's Labor Day weekend.
Labor
so
weekend,
they're probably,
people-
they're probably giving the week off. That's true. I forgot about that. So,
But all right.
Anyway.
But only 6 episodes, so you get
we'll
a
be
week
back
off.
in 2 weeks.
Back in 2 weeks. Check us out again. Thanks for tuning in. This is In the Comics Dead Edition, and we will see you in 2 weeks.